Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM dumpster fire. Today we're gonna watch a training video from Bree Richardson. Bree is a top rep in Tranont, or she used to be. At this point, I'm not sure because she deleted all of her old Tranont videos from her YouTube channel. And this is kind of like a general MLM training for everybody, not just Tranont reps. She's definitely going through a rebrand. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna check up on her in a few months and we'll see what's gonna happen, or by the time this video is out. It's pre-recorded quite a lot in advance. Thank you guys for, I know my life has been pretty messy in the past 2 years or so at this point, and you guys have been the best, very patient with me. There's a lot of things that happen that I cannot be on top, and I can't really put out videos. It's just not possible for me to do right now. So I appreciate your guys' support and patience with me while I'm figuring my life out. But yeah, we're gonna watch Bree's training now. We'll see what it's about. But before we get into the video, don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. That's a nice free way that you can support my channel if you would like to. And big shout out to all my channel members. Thank you guys for being here. Let's just get right into this.
All right, you guys, we're going to jump right into the content of the channel. Welcome to the very first official video of the new channel. First, what I want to do is I want to share a little bit more about my story. I want you to understand, get a clearer picture of how I ended up going from a goal of wanting to stay home with my kids to ultimately building a legacy money business, and mostly done through social media. Okay. And that's what I help people do now today as I sit in front of you. So I'm going to give you a little bit more about my background and my story. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to go through what I call my steps to success. Okay. And I'm going to go quickly through that. And then
Step 1 to success in MLM: join early or have a big following on social media. Also, do you guys think that she's turning network marketing coach because she wasn't earning enough money through Tranont anymore? That's usually why these people become MLM coaches, in my opinion, when their MLM and their downline is not making them enough money anymore. Let me know down below what you think about that.
over the next 6 weeks or so, we're going to dive into each step a little bit more in depth. Okay. So I'm going to start off with, for those of you who don't know me, or maybe this is your first video that you're watching, tell you a little bit more about my background. So 13 years ago, I was pregnant with my first son, Cooper, and I was out of a job. So I had been working a contract job that simply didn't get renewed. And so it was basically at a crossroads in my life. And the crossroads was, do I spruce up the resume, hit the campaign trail, and start doing interviews and try to find a job? Or do I follow what I would call my dream path and find an alternative that would help me earn at least $1,000 a month so that I could then stay at home with my now kids, but at the time with our baby? Clay had a decent job. He was a regional manager for the southern part of the US for a construction company. So he made good money. Okay. It was good. It wasn't great money. We still needed we really didn't have any breathing room at the end of months, unusual month. But also, he was gone all the time. Literally all the time. He was in a different state traveling around for his job. And so that's where, network marketing really came into my life at that point. And that was the avenue that I chose to really jumpstart my career as an entrepreneur. And it happened by happenstance, to be completely honest. I was open to opportunities. So I think that is one key piece to this is, are you open to something different, or are you only looking for traditional paths in the ways to make money? Are you looking for a job, or are you looking to be free? Right? Those are two different things.
Why are we spelling? I know when they say job, it means just above broke. So what does free, what does that stand for other than free? Could you not just say free? I don't like the condescending tone that they always have when they talk about regular jobs, like regular safe jobs, stable jobs. Well, obviously you can always get made redundant. Something can always happen where you can lose your job. But MLMs are not, they're even more unstable than regular jobs. And you don't even get paid for the work that you put into the MLM. So I'm not liking the tone that they usually have when they're like, do you want to be average and have a stable job in a non-MLM company? Or do you want to become a scammer like me and have a lot of money?
And so the way that I found the industry was, there was a product for sale. I was interested in the product. I inquired about the product and then found out that there was an opportunity attached to it. It's really that simple. And so, not understanding anything about online social selling or how to make money online, mind you, 13 years ago, social selling isn't what it looks like today. I actually had someone ask me the other day, okay, Brie, what is social selling? And that is simply the art of selling something through social media platforms. So, back in the day, if I think of, Avon calling.
Social selling, direct selling, MLM, network marketing is all the same. It's not the art of selling through social media. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm honestly, like, at this point, we know, well, in my opinion, that they're just trying to break away from the words MLM and network marketing, direct selling, because they have such a bad reputation. Social selling is selling through social media, but when you join an MLM, it's direct sales, it's MLM, it's network marketing. That's what you're doing. It's still network marketing that you're doing.
And what's the movie that had Edward Scissorhands, Avon calling, the lady going door to door, knocking on doors, selling products, right? That was like the old school way of network marketing or entrepreneurship. And we've evolved since then. We've taken barriers, we've erased barriers by.
Oh, so the old ways were called network marketing, but now since we're not going door to door anymore, well, some people still do that, but we're not doing that anymore, so it's not network marketing anymore, it's social selling.
With social media, by being able to go into not just different cities or not just different towns, cities, or states, but we really literally erase all barriers because of what social media can provide. And it opens up a whole new network of people that we can do business with on a product level or a business level, right? And so that was really the avenue that I took. I didn't have any background in social media. I didn't have any background really in sales. I was a marketer, meaning which really marketing and sales does go hand in hand, but I had no formal sales training. I didn't have a network. I had a Facebook that had people I had gone to high school and college with on there. So what I'm trying to tell you is I literally started at ground zero. And when I got involved in the industry and first really started to start earning, my goal was that first $1,000 a month. I needed $1,000 a month to have a little breathing room at the end of the month that would allow me to stay at home with my baby, right? And so going into this, not having a background in any of these things, not having a network, I had to figure it out. And so along with figuring something new out comes the fail forward, right? It's like, I'll try this. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I have to adjust and try something new. So it was a lot of that process. It was like in a tumbler over and over. Try this, it'll work, check. If it didn't, and then the things that worked, because I didn't have a major network, they were working like on a small scale. So it was taking a lot of the things that worked in order to get any traction anywhere. So it took me about a year to really start earning $1,000 a month. Okay. And in that year, I did a lot of failing forward. I did a lot of things right, but I did a lot of things wrong. And really the shift from that, once I knew that I could earn $1,000, it was like, okay, if I can do that, bet I could do two. Okay, bet I could do three, bet I could five. And then it just started doubling. And I'll literally never forget after working this online for probably about a year and a half, and I got a paycheck and it was like $6,500 or something like that. And I was like, oh my God.
Easy to make income claims when Tranont doesn't put out an income disclosure statement. I mean, I assume she's talking about Tranont, but I don't know if Tranont was one and only MLM company that she joined. This may have been a different one. Obviously, she's not gonna say the name.
Oh my gosh, heck yeah, we've made it. This is it. I'm so excited. And it was digital. It was on my phone through an email. So I remember going and showing Clay and being like, hey, look at this paycheck. And he was like, wait, huh? From that thing you're doing online? And I'm like, yeah, like legit. And he was joking and he was like, oh, I bet they got it wrong. They're going to be calling any minute and saying, oh, sorry, we messed up, that we miscalculated. And I was like, well, either way, I'm celebrating. I'm going to Ross. So I was going to Ross to go shopping. And I'll also never forget pushing my cart around Ross. And I got another email. And it basically said, hey, we messed up. And so I open up that email and it's like, yes, it was the miscalculated. Like we miscalculated, we messed up. And kept reading, and it was like, you didn't earn 6,500. It was 9,500. Like it's like almost like they just needed to flip the six, right?
Wow, isn't that amazing? What were the odds of them actually, like her husband saying, oh, they must have miscalculated, you'll earn less. And then they actually miscalculated and it's supposed to be nine? Seriously? I don't know if I believe that story, but okay.
To get oops, we typed a six, but we meant nine. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And so I showed that to him, or I called him and I told him, I was like, yep, you're right, they messed up. Told him the whole thing. And honestly, from that moment forward is really when I went like full throttle, all in. Okay, if I can do this, I can help other people do this, right? The vehicle has proven to be viable. And within our first I'd say 2.5 years in to the business, we were able to retire Clay from his job. And then within our first 3 years,
As we always say, he did not retire. He did not retire. He quit his job. All right. Let's not mix up the meanings and the definitions of the words. He quit his job. He's not retired.
of business, I was able to earn over $1 million in that year. And we have steadily earned over $1 million since that time, $1 million a year plus since that time. So it really went from this $1,000 dream to this legacy money business. And as I sit in front of you today, I get the question all the time. It's like, Bree, why are you still showing up? Like and people can tell my passion and tell my energy. And the reason why I keep showing up, the reason why I'm taking this to a whole nother level, the reason why this channel even exists is because I have this desire, passion, drive with not just my heart, but literally in my soul to serve and to help people out earn anything they have ever done in their careers. I don't care what space you're in, okay? I don't care if you're already earning $1 million plus. Guess what? So was I. And I had a desire for more, to do more, to serve more, to be more, because I believe it's a calling that has been put on my life. And so again, no matter how much you've earned in your career, maybe it's something that you've always wanted to do, or you've tried to go out and be an entrepreneur in the affiliate space, or the network marketing space, or the franchise space, or the real estate space, or just maybe you have a product that you love that you've curated and you just want to tell the world about it because you're excited about it, and you've tried and you can't figure out how to scale. Well, that's what I'm here to help you do. I want to help you start out earning anything you have ever done before. And I will tell you this, I know for a fact, because I have done the homework, I've done the research, I've lived the failure road, right? Like I took like this like windy road, like up, down, up, down, up, down, but I kept getting myself back up. And I know that I have what it takes to help you be successful if you will do one thing. Okay? If you will commit to you.
Oh, I thought she was gonna say, if you are gonna believe in yourself, believe that you can do it.
If you will commit to you that you will get on this path, whichever path you may be going down, and the business vehicle that you have chosen, I want you to commit to you, okay, getting to at least that first goal. So for me, it was $1,000 a month. I want you to put in the comments below, what is your first goal? What is that first stepping stone, that first lily pad that we're going to take the leap to? And we aren't going to quit until we get there. Because here's what I know, that once you get to that first huge milestone, you know you have the drive and the desire to get to the next one. And once you get to the next one, after you can get to that second one, you become unstoppable in getting to the next and the next and the next. And I'm going to show you how. Okay. But I can only show you, I can't do for you. So you have to commit to you that you're going to be.
She's talking as if this training is good for any business out there, not just MLMs, but in reality, like this training is not good even if you're in an MLM. Like if you're in an MLM, you have 99% of chances of never making any profit. So Bree joined early enough to be successful is what I'm thinking happened with her. I'm not sure about her backstory. Like I'm not sure how long ago she joined her first MLM. But I mean, there's data and statistics out there that show that the majority of people in MLMs don't don't make any profit. So if it's MLM that you're working and you've been working for a while, I think it's good to take a step back and make a profit and loss statement, take a look at how much time you're actually putting into this and if you're getting anything in return. And if you have 99% of chances of never making any profit, alongside all of that, it's probably good to like give it up. And not this mentality of like, never give up. Yeah, that depends on what you're doing, how much effort and stress it's causing you, how much effort you're putting in, what are your chances of actually succeeding one day. You know, it's good to take a step back, take a look at your situation, if you can afford to keep doing it, or if you can invest your time into something else that might benefit you, especially if you need income, like, because you're not going to get that in an MLM.
Going to be willing to do what it takes. You're going to be willing to actually fall flat on your face. You're going to be willing to fail, but you're also going to be willing to continue to get back up. People always ask, what's the difference between someone who's wildly successful and someone who tried? Well, the reality is, those of us who are wildly successful simply picked ourselves back up.
No, you guys joined early enough to be successful, or you had a following on social media that you can recruit. But in her case, I think she just joined early.
One time more than the person who quit. And I will tell you, even when you've made it to the pinnacle of what you think success is, you're still going to get knocked down. You're still going to have to pick yourself back up. And the reality is, no one else is going to do it for you. So you are the one that you have to count on. So if you're able and willing to make that commitment, I want you to type "I'm committed" in the chat comments below. All right. Now, let's jump into these steps to success. So there are 6 steps to success, and I want you to understand that these are the principles for any business. This is the blueprint for any business to thrive and survive when it comes.
All right, guys, get ready. Write it down, okay?
To selling online, okay? So the first one is, what are you going to do today that's going to help you produce a sale? See, none of us have a business if we don't have a product or a service that we are selling to other people. So my question to you is, what is the action that you're going to take today that's going to help you produce a sale? Now, a couple of things. One, it doesn't mean that you have to sell something every day. It means that you're getting your products or your service in front of eyeballs every single day, whether it produces a sale today, tomorrow, or sometime down the road. Now, in these steps to success, I want you to understand they are what I call how to create your DMO, your daily method of operation. And what that means is that every single step has to be touched every single day. Okay, to do this right, you're falling in love with the process and you're really unattaching yourself from the outcome. All of these things are necessary. So the first step is, what are you going to do today that's going to help you produce a sale today, tomorrow, or sometime down the road? The second piece to this is new contacts. Who are you reaching that is new? Okay. Here's a big problem in every industry. Okay. If you only, let's just say even if you had a brick and mortar, you guys, and all you did was turn on your neon sign, right? You just talked to the same people. Let's say you were doing sales calls and you just called the same list of 100 every single day. The reality is, would you get some sales from that? Yeah, maybe you would even sell every day. Sure, but your funnel will run dry, which means your bank account will follow. Okay, so we have to make sure we are getting in front of new eyeballs each and every day. So step number 2, what are you doing to get in front of new? Step number 3 is...
Are we surprised? Is also a hundreds list. Make a hundreds list, right? But your 100 list you have to add new people all the time. Or like Eric Worre likes to say in his training, add everyone and anyone, in short.
Your follow-up, okay? Your follow-up. Who are you following up with today? What are you following up with them about? Being very intentional with all of it. Okay. Step number 4, offering the opportunity. Now in network marketing, this could be the opportunity of business. This is really asking for the sale. This is really the face-to-face. We've already seen everything I have to offer. Step number 4 is asking for the sale. And I will tell you, this is one of the pieces that is missed in probably 90% of your businesses. I have a story about She's saying like this can be for any other business out there, not just MLMs. I'm a freelancer myself, and these steps
Except for the first step, none of the other steps are something that I can or need to do or should be doing with my freelance job, actually. You can send your CV and reach out to somebody, but you're not gonna do it in this way. You can reach out to people, you can send them your portfolio or your CV or whatnot, but that's not really how we get jobs. Most gigs you get through networking, but like actual, I know this person or I'm editing for this person and they know somebody that's looking for an editor and then they recommend you. So referrals. Or you see an ad and you apply for the ad. That's it. It really doesn't have to be that complicated, but anyway.
Okay. Our company pays us to drive Jeeps, right? And I went into a dealership that sold Jeeps, but I went in to sell them a car. I had a car that I like cars. I have a car problem. But I was done with the car. I was like, hey, yeah, I'm over it. So I went to sell it. And this was like it was right after 2020, maybe 2021, 2022. And there was like a car shortage. It was this whole thing. So any car that you wanted, you had to order anyway. There was not really anything on the lot. And which also is why I sold my car, because they used cars. They actually were like being sold above their value. So for once and forever, you could actually get more for your car than it was actually worth. So I digress. Long story short, I had to build this car. So I sat in this salesperson's office and I built out a Jeep Wagoneer with all the bells and whistles, like everything I wanted, I put on that car. At the end of it, he prints it out. I'm like so much so that I'm like standing behind his desk, like picking out the options and things, right? He prints out the whatever paper that says this is all the things, and just is like, all right, whenever you're ready, like here you go. This is the car that you built. Mind you, I don't need a Jeep. I could have picked up, 500 bucks a month to be able to drive it. I wanted it, but it was one of those things. Like I could take it or leave it. And the reality is I left it because he never asked for the sale. He never said, "Hey, are you ready to put this?" Hey, okay. He could have even assumed a sale. He could have just told me it's going to cost X amount deposit. We need that in order to put this on order. Or he could have said, "Hey, are you ready to order it now?" He did none of those.
You just said you didn't need this Jeep. You didn't need this car. Even if he did ask for a sale, if you still thought that you didn't actually need this car and you decided that you won't go with it, it doesn't matter. It's not black and white, like it doesn't work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Thing. So I left there without the Jeep. A couple years later, I went out and bought a different Jeep. Okay. So step number 4 is ask for the sale. Step number 5 is your personal development. All right. What are you doing today that's going to pour into you so that you can pour into others? A lot of people ask me about,
They mask this. I will say mask this into like business advice that can be applied to anything, but really it's the same old stuff that she was talking about tranont and MLM businesses. And she's still talking about the same stuff, but she's trying to sell it as if it's applicable to other businesses when it's not. It's MLM advice 101 on how to recruit people. But anyway.
how did I learn to public speak? How did I learn the tone and how to tell stories? And people ask me how I get so comfortable, like things like going live online or whatever it might be. And the reality is I became such a great teacher because that's present tense, not past, because I am a great student. And you can always tell when I am like submersed in personal development because it exudes out me, like literally everywhere. So you need to immerse yourself into some personal development that's going to help you grow. And only listen to people. Here's another thing. There's lots of gurus all over. I would only listen to people whose bank account I would want to like have. Okay. So keep that in mind as
How do you know how much money someone has in their bank account? How do you know how much debt they have? How do you know how much expenses they have on monthly or yearly basis? Why would you even say that? That's such a weird thing to say, in my opinion. Maybe I'm just small-minded, but like no. All these gurus as well, in my opinion, most of them are scammers anyway.
mind as well, as you're deciding who you're going to spend your time with here. And then the 6th step are team touches. So the reality is there is no way in this world that any business that you're in, you can do it alone. You're going to need a team, whether it's a social media team, whether it's a business team, whether it is your sales team. I mean, every profession has a different look at what team.
Your MLM downline team, which is what you're talking about. I don't know why she's trying so hard to be relatable to other businesses, but she's not. My freelance business is doing well, and it's just me, myself, and I. I don't need a team, and I'm not scamming anyone out of money while I'm doing my freelance thing. I think what Brie means to say is your MLM downline. You need your MLM downline.
What teams are, maybe it's just your support team. But what are you doing today that's pouring into other people? What are you doing today that's going to serve others? It's going to lift others and help others along their path, and they're really what they were created to create. So as you're along on your journey, don't forget to also help and pour into others and take them along with you, so that you're not the only one rising to that next level, but you're empowering other people to come too. So that's also what this channel is completely about, is helping other people rise to the occasion, empowering you to get the energy, the excitement, the drive to go in and create the life that you were created to create. So my hope is that this empowered you on some level. Remember, we're going to be diving into each one of those steps to success over the next 6 or 7 weeks, one little step at a time. And I hope that you will take the advice that I've given you and the encouragement that I continue to give you to go out, not just start your business, but really dive in, commit to creating a life that is wildly successful and a legacy of money that you'll be remembered for forever. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. But until then, goodbye and God bless.
Oh wow, God bless. I mean, do you guys want to see more of her training? I guess we can react to that in the future as well. Let me know down below if you want to see more. I feel like she's just been in MLMs for way too long to be able to give actual valuable advice that's not linked to work in an MLM business. But even if it's for MLMs, the majority of her advice is BS, because we know that in order to be successful in an MLM, you have to have certain circumstances. If you don't have that, none of this matters. Like, even if you follow all the advice, you're still not gonna be successful. So nice try, Brie, I guess. I don't know. I feel like she's not earning enough from Tranont, and that's why she's trying to become this MLM coach now. But you guys let me know down below what you think. That's my opinion. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button if you'd like to support my channel. That's a nice free way to do that. And as always, big shout out to all my channel members. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.